Good morning. Today we have something special for you. Our guest musician is none other than the renowned New Thought singer-songwriter Daniel Nahmod, streaming right here from Southern California. Daniel has performed his profound, heart-opening original music for over 1 million people in both the U.S. and Canada since beginning his musical career in 1999. He's sold over 110,000 CDs and 10,000 printed songbooks since, and he continues to receive literally thousands of standing ovations along the way. His songs are recorded and performed all over the world, and recently he has had media appearances, which include Saturday Night Live, The Voice, American Idol, the Super Bowl, and the Today Show. But this Sunday, he is sharing with us. Daniel, please.
Good morning, and thank you. This following song might actually be a little counterintuitive to begin a year with, but I actually feel like it might be paradoxically appropriate. Happy New Year to everybody. I am, in fact, in Southern California, about, I think, maybe 60 miles or so from Pasadena, maybe 50 or 60 miles. Nice to be with you, although I wish I could be there in person, of course. So I'm going to share with you this song that sounds like it would be a finale of something. And to me, actually, it isn't as much a finale as it is a beginning, which is why it comes to mind for New Year's. I hope you enjoy it. We all begin a new year asking ourselves, what is a life well lived? And how can I achieve that? If this is my last song, if this is my final day, if tomorrow I'll be gone, what do I want to say? If this is my last song, if it's my time to go, when my body's moved on, what will I have to show? Oh, but fortune and fame, they scatter to the wind. The things that make a name just don't matter in the end. But is the world a little more peaceful? Oceans and skies a little more blue? Is humankind a little bit wiser about the good that we can do? Does the sun shine a little bit brighter where before there was only rain? If so, then I'm glad I came. If these are my last words for all of the earth to hear, if all that I have ever been is about to disappear, if these are my last words, there's nothing that I need to say. I have only tried to serve. It's never been about talking anyway. So much hurt there is to heal, it's hard to understand. All I can hope to feel is that I am doing what I can. Is the world a little more peaceful? Oceans and skies a little more blue? Is humankind a little bit wiser about the good that we can do? Does the sun shine a little bit brighter where before there was only rain? If so, then I'm glad I came. Have I given hope to the hopeless? Has a hungry soul been fed? Has a child stood a little bit taller 'cause of something that I said? Have I left a little kindness? Have I eased a little pain? If so, then I'm glad I came. For that, I'm so glad I came. If this is my last song, what do I leave behind? What do I pass on? If I am out of time.
Thank you, Daniel. And we are so glad you came today to help us celebrate this Sunday. I'd like to wish you all a Happy New Year and a Merry 9th day of Christmas as well. And our Sunday celebration team welcomes you, whether you've been a part of Unity of Pasadena for years, months, weeks, days, or if this is the very first time you've been with us, we're happy that you're here. We trust that you will experience the presence of Divine Spirit in your life and know that we are enfolding you in love and light. So please accept our unity blessing. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we ground our spiritual community in the truth of divine love that we affirm in our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God, the good, omnipotence, and I am one with that presence and power. Likewise, we claim the truth and power of Unity of Pasadena's vision. United in spirit, we are a beacon of light and love that catalyzes a global we-volution. And Unity of Pasadena is called to live into its mission. Please affirm it with me. I believe most of you know it. Creating community, living love, teaching truth, and serving spirit. And today we acknowledge the hands and hearts that are in sacred service bringing you this morning's live stream. We have Nancy and Grant on our audiovisual team. And we have Andrea in a new sacred service position called the host. She is watching both Facebook and YouTube, and will share with the audiovisual team any issues that she may see arise, as well as welcoming people and giving a brief summary back by text to the audiovisual team about how things went today from the user's end. We also welcome Daniel Nahmod, who you've already seen twice, as our remote guest musician. And Reverend Suzanne is returned to give our truth talk today. And our recorded prayer chaplain of the day will be Trish Bryant. Community giving is a tangible blessing you'd bestow with your love offerings and tithes. If you would like to give through our My Church app, just click the Give button icon that will take you to a secure page. Or if you're mailing a check, our address is 3053 East Del Mar Boulevard, Pasadena, California, 91107. You can also use the donate button on our website. And as we give, we step into partnership with everyone else supporting Unity of Pasadena in commitment to live with passion and integrity in fulfilling our mission. So as you hold your love offering in your hand or in your heart, let's bless it with this affirmation. God is the source of my overflowing supply, and I am grateful.
Good morning. Today's daily word for Sunday, January 3rd, 2021 is potential. And the affirmation is, yes, I am able. Yes, I can. Growing up, I received encouragement from my family, school teachers, and the other adults in my life. Their positive, affirming words helped lead me to pursue my passions and trust my gifts so I might realize my potential. Now that I am older, I turn to the divine within me to discern how I might best fulfill my potential. I prayerfully ask what possibilities remain to be realized in my life. What ignites my passion for self-expression? I receive inspiration from the time I spend in prayer. As I pray, any lingering thoughts of doubt or insecurity are replaced with renewed energy and enthusiasm. Nothing can stop me from stepping out boldly into the world to fulfill my potential. The biblical verse taken from Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. I invite you to allow your body to relax as we say the Lord's Prayer together. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Dear friends, we welcome you here today. We thank God for his divine presence in our lives and for bringing us safely into the new year. Today, let us celebrate our divine potential within us with new ideas, hopes, and dreams waiting to be released from within us. We bless our service and each person in this ministry. As we start the new year 2021, we are grateful for the lessons from both our ministers, Reverend David and Reverend Suzanne. We surrender ourselves to you, dear God. Fill us with your spirit as we celebrate our walk with you into the new year. Thank you, God, for hearing us and answering our prayer. And so it is. Amen.
When my hands were emptied, when my hope was gone, I couldn't help but wonder, what had I done wrong? But even though my heart was broken, there was no need to despair. As a vessel must be open to put something better there. Oh yeah. Into my empty hands, gently you pour new life for me. Yours is a perfect plan. The ups and the downs were meant to be. Now I understand you needed my empty hands. So forgive me when I doubt it. I admit sometimes I do. Or consider giving up, 'cause I cannot see the truth. I know I'll never go without it. Your deep and abiding love into my empty hands. Gently you pour new life for me. Yours is a perfect plan. The ups and downs were meant to be. Now I understand. You needed my empty hand. Yours is a perfect plan. The ups and the downs were meant to be. And I cannot help but cry to think of the gifts you've given me. Now I understand. You needed my empty hands. So thank you for my thank you for my empty hand.
Thank you, Daniel. Oh my goodness. Empty hands. That's what we're going to do today. Empty our hands of things from the past and fill them with divine ideas for our future. I am Suzanne Leonard. I'm proud and pleased to be here today as your minister, welcoming you into this sacred service, our burning bowl service. Nothing is stronger than an idea whose time has come. Victor Hugo, French poet and novelist and dramatist, said that to us years ago, and it's true. I'll say it one more time. Nothing is stronger than an idea whose time has come. And you and I are ideas in the mind of spirit, and our time has come today to release what was and to embrace what is. Those passions, those talents, those purposes that we'll commit to today as we move through our service. The Burning Bowl service that we'll commence to do in a few moments, virtually, for the first time, a Burning Bowl service virtually. The church people said, "No, we're not doing that inside, are we, Rev Sue?" I said, No, I'll lead you through it, and this is what we want you to do at home. It's a ritual in many Unity churches across the globe to set the tone, to formally release. And I've replaced that idea with those things that we're complete with, those things that were finished, that have served us in the past. Sometimes we hold on to them thinking, oh, I might need that again someday. And we forget that the divine will have the right thing to say, to where, to do, to be, to go when it's time. But we want to hold on just in case. So today we're going to relax and release what was. The process is simple. The results are profound. And the more committed and specific we are to the process, the richer our results will be. So I'll lead you through that step by step. It's a practice of releasing and a practice of evolving, of taking on what's new, trying it on, and saying, okay, all right, I'm fit. I'm ready for my future. That was then, and this is now. Simple. This practice also has two powers, and we've been talking about the 12 powers. Also has two powers that we'll be using today. One is release or renunciation, and the other is zeal. New ideas are full of zeal. We're excited, they're new, they're fresh, we haven't tried them before. We may be a little nervous, but releasing those things that are complete. We don't just throw them out, just jettison, say, I'm through with you, I'm finished, I'm not wearing this, I'm not doing that, I'm not eating that food, I'm off chocolate forever, whatever. No, it's just, I'm complete with that food, that idea, that person, that job. It has served me well up till now. And now I'm making a new choice. I'm writing down some new ideas. I'm bringing forth what Spirit has for me now. So we release the past, and that gives us that engagement energy. You know how when you hold on to something, you don't go anywhere. It doesn't really feed you. It's like life on leftovers. You know, one time you have a chance for all those vitamins and things to work through you and feed your body. They're not going to be as poignant for you the next day, and the third day, and the fourth day, until finally there's no nutrition there at all. Not even in the best of the leftovers. We need fresh ideas just like we need fresh air and good food. So when we write our evolving paper today, we're co-creating with God. We're saying, here's my idea of the divine plan. Won't you add to it? So we'll be co-creating with God a life we love living. Widescreen, color, everything, every single morsel. The more specific you are with your plan, just like the more specific you are with those things you're complete with, the deeper your experience will be. Hopefully, this idea won't be something that you just do at New Year's. Maybe you'll take a quarterly inventory of this idea, or take it on vacation with you. Vacation means to leave what was and get refreshed. So here's what that looks like. Here's our process. First, we're going to release. And here's what that looks like. You have in the sanctuary, those of us who are the assistants today for this service, we have a piece of white paper. So I invite you to take that piece of white paper and fold it so it looks like this. And then crease it down the center. Now, those of you at home that are watching are doing the same thing. I'll give you a few seconds to scurry around and just get it from your computer tray, the one that prints. You know the one, all right. And if there are more than one of you, get a couple of them. So fold it in half, crease it so you have two pieces. One is going to be your revolving paper that you'll keep, and I'll tell you how. And the other one is the list that you are saying, and we'll do an affirmation with both. So here's the first one. So get a sturdy pen. You're not writing these in pencil. These are absolute things. And here's the affirmation. I'll say it first, and then Barbara is going to time us, and we'll have a couple of minutes. Those of you at home can do the same thing or have your own timer. 2 minutes to write down. We'll give you a moment to think, take a breath. Those things that you know are complete. Are complete. Those things that you stored away and thought, oh, someday I'll think, someday I'll wear, someday I'll finish. You won't. Time is moving quickly. There are new things waiting for you, and you can't get to the new dragging the old with you. How many of you already know that? I'm just kind of having a year-end review here for you. All right, so here is the affirmation that is going to go with what you're going to write. And then we'll take a breath, and you have a pen at the ready. I am complete, and now release all that is not part of my evolving, personal, divine plan. Isn't that nice? I'm complete with that. I now release and let go of all that is not part of my evolving, personal, divine plan. Let's say that together. I am complete. I now release and let go of all that is not part of my evolving, personal, divine plan. Got it? So, take a breath. Now, on my list, just so I'll give you a hint of what that might sound, I have to release these things because they have dogged me all year and I am complete with them. Procrastination. Did that come to anyone else's mind? Where are my procrastinators at home? I thought probably you were a procrastinator. I could tell it took you a while to get all your materials together. The second one is tardiness. I need to start out early, but I'm a person who, when I'm walking through my house, if I see a little something that needs tidying or this, it's 20 seconds here, 30 seconds there, and I'm late for my very important date. So no more procrastinating, no more being tardy. Show up. I have some other things that are a little more personal, but that will give you a point of view to begin. So let's take a breath. And just bring to mind for a moment before Barbara begins to time us those people, places, things, ideas, clothes, furniture that you're ready to let go of. Maybe you don't want a lazy boy chair anymore. Maybe you want a nice wingback chair that helps you sit up straight, helps your posture, maybe a little writing desk with it. What is the new you desiring for your life? You know, what would help you live a life you love living, not just tolerate? What dishes do you really want to eat from? What kind of clothes are beckoning to you now? Do you want to dress up more? Less? What kind of shoes do you like to wear? What kind of car would you really like to drive? You keep saying you can't afford to do it, but you could. If you went to the dealer, they'd give you a sweet deal. You could. But it's like, oh no, I know it. It's comfortable. And comfortable can be comfy. But it also can crush your dreams because you just stay there. It's a place of entropy. Does that sound, are you with me? When you stay with what is familiar, your dreams die a little. You have to stretch. You have to grow. You have to go where you don't know everything. You have to speak to somebody that you don't know. Maybe they won't answer back. That's all right. You are moving your essence, your evolving self, out into the world to do important work. Just like Daniel's saying to us, if I helped someone smile, if I said something kind, that's the essence of a well-lived life, the one you're meant to live. And it's so easy to see what other people are doing, to pick up on their conversations rather than staying your truth, opening your mind and your life to what is yours now. Now, scripturally, we can go to the ideas when Jesus and his boys, I call them his boys, because we think that all 12 of them always went everywhere together and there were just 12. No, 2 would go out on an adventure and 2 would go here and there, and they weren't always together. But when they were, Jesus would ask them, well, how's it going in Philippi? You know, what's going on? Or what are people saying? What are they hungry for? Is there a healing I need to attend to? And oftentimes they would come back with what I call gathered chatter. They picked up on little negative conversations, and so-and-so is doing this. You know how easy it is to report on the negative, where we have to kind of dig for that pony in the manure sometimes. And he would say, wait, don't be concerned with them. Don't be concerned. What would he say? Follow thou me. And he didn't mean personality, but they thought at that time he did. What am I saying? How am I healing? How are we helping? Stay focused. And once you engage in the divine dreams that are waiting for you, you will stay focused. Why? Because it serves you. It serves the world. And you'll just feel so good about it, you can hardly stand yourself. But here we go. All right, take a breath. We're releasing. We're not shoving away, but we're simply complete with some things in our life. So Barbara is going to start the 2 minutes. So begin on your half sheet of paper those things that you are complete with, and you know it. So don't edit, just write. On your marks, get set, write. All those things. I'm probably finished with that. Yeah. I haven't worn that coat in 40 years. No, probably not that long, but yeah. I really would like some new dishes. When I talk to Marge, she brings me down all the time. God bless her, I love her, but I might need to love her from a distance. All those things. People, places, things. It can be as simple as hanging on to a little plant that keeps turning brown. Maybe time to recycle it, dig it into the soil, and let it become something else. Release. What are you finished with? Towels that are unraveling in the bathroom? Little slippers that have holes in the bottom where you could go online and buy a new pair? Perhaps some new drapes. You brought the old ones from the old apartment, but they never have fit. You've never been happy with them, you know. All right, how are we doing, Barbara? Five, four, three, two, one. All right. Oh, thank you. A little musical interlude. Now, here is what you have the opportunity to do at home, that when we do this traditionally and we're outside, you burn it one time with some little flash paper. I have my little set right down here so I can take you through the process. So here's your list. I invite you to fold it once and twice so it's little. And you have a pan at home. We have 3 ingredients here for you to get ready to burn. Now, you don't have to do it right now because you're home and you can pick this up after service. But you need a pan that maybe hasn't been used for much or anything yet. Perhaps you've kept it in the pantry. But it's a pan that after you use it today, a roaster pan, you don't use it for anything else. This becomes now, you didn't know that you'd be having a sacred burning bowl. This is now your sacred burning bowl. So let me take out my water. This says Simple Green, but it's really just water. I'm a recycler. And so you have your pan. Now it's not a match that you use. You want to stay away from this. And you want to light the corners. Not the fold, it takes longer, but just the corners. And then you want to place it in your pan. You also do not want to do this on a windy day because you and your pan and your lighter and your water, just in case, at the ready, you're your own fire person here. You want to then light it. And of course, if you're in a family and you have other people who are joining you, they can light theirs from your flame. You don't have to do it again. And you don't have to let it burn all the way. But just while it's burning, you can just say to your, I am complete. I release you in love and joy. You've been a part of my life. Now, if you want to scatter those ashes later in your garden or something, roses like ashes, You can do that, or you can just put them in your recycling. But that's the process. Remember, this sacred pan and this and your water can just sit in your garage or your little anteroom, wherever you have, and whatever you need or feel a need for a time of release, letting go. Get out your magic and let go. You can do it any time, but today you're doing it because it's New Year's and it gives us a fresh start. But any time you need to release, please get your paper, write, fold, light, have this at the ready. Don't use it for anything else. Then it becomes a sacred symbol of evolving, of moving on. Got it? Okay. I don't want to say this is the fun part, it's all fun, but this is the part where we learn and have new tools. The next half of your paper is going to be the part of your evolution. So I invite you to take that piece of paper, the second half, got it? And I call this the Evolving Notes to Self paper. You can title it anything you like, but the Evolving Notes to Self. So I invite you at home, you've been sitting now and listening for a while, to stand up and stretch. Those of us who are here, stand up and stretch, because you want to make room for those ideas to come forth. Take a breath. Yeah. And here's what this evolving piece of paper is filled with. Your ideas. What would you love to be this year? It was writer George Eliot who said, "It's never too late to be what you might have been." Don't you love that? It's never too late to be what you might have been. So now, what would you like to be this year? Who were you meant to be? What were you meant to co-create with Spirit for God, for country, for the world? This is a personal expression of your divine wishes for yourself this year. Your divine plan. What you would like, not what somebody else says you should be. How many of us have lived with those people say, "Oh, you should be and you're so good at, and why haven't you?" And it's like, I always invite the feedback, but the decision is mine and God's, because we have the plan. And inside we know what that is. Inside we know what that is. Inside we know what God is asking us to do. Yeah, inside we know. Okay, so should I go here? You're good, just keep going. Okay. Got it? Take a breath. Think of all those things that you thought, oh, if I had the money, if I had the time, if I. Now is the time. We have to change that idea of, I've always done that or thought that, to, I wonder what would happen if. I wonder. And don't think about how it will affect anyone else. Of course, you have your families that you have to think about. But if you're right with God, and you are evolving in your divine plan, it'll all work out. Their lives will be blessed beyond belief. You don't even know the miracles that you are about to create when you're in alignment with your divine purpose. And Nancy's isn't like Steve's, isn't like Grant's, isn't like Barbara's, isn't like Daniel's. Here we have a man who followed the divine plan of music. Some of us follow the divine plan of parenthood, or writing, or dancing, or grandfathering, or grandmothering. But you'll know. And as you step into it with little baby steps, more will be revealed, as they say. So take a breath, take a moment. You're writing on this half of your paper. You can use both sides. No one will see this but you, and you'll be thrilled with what you're going to be doing with it. So, 2 minutes, take a breath. Barbara's timing, you have 2 minutes. So, write. I'm going to write with you because I have some new ideas that have come to mind for me. Thank you, Barbara, for being our divine timer. And do not edit. Say, oh, that's too big. I take that back. Nope. Free flow ideas now. Spirit is creating with you. So invite Spirit in and just keep writing. I'd like to do this. I'd like to be this. I'd like to be more. I'd like to try more. Remember your divine idea whose time has come. An open vessel for new life. A part of God's perfect plan right here and right now. You don't need to know the details. God will fill in the details for you. You just take the first step, which is writing about your divine life and the joy that you bring to the world through sharing your gift. How are we doing for time? Remember, the good news is that you can take this idea with you and add more to it and finish it up at home or today, here, right now. Nothing is too big. Don't feel silly. Say, oh, I couldn't do that. You could. If it's on your mind and in your heart, it will soon be in your life. That's how God works, don't you think? You've seen it before. There we are. So just finish the sentence that you're on or the idea that you're on. And usually, we've given you an envelope and we have you put your address on it, and we put on the church label and a stamp, and we mail it to you around the 1st of December. But for this year, I invite you to take your paper, fold it in your hand. Let's just hold it for a moment. Take a breath. God, we are in partnership with you. And right here is our divine evolving plan. As you hold it, are your hands getting warm? That's God and Spirit's confirmation saying, it's about time. No, maybe not that, but something similar. It's about time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Finally, you're seeing the big picture. Are your hands getting warm around that? All right. Now, if you're at home, the little gopher in your house is going to find an envelope or 2 or 3 or 4. How many of you are gathered in his name and in the nature of this New Year's burning bowl ritual? And you're going to slip it in. Those of you who are here in the sanctuary with me this morning are going to find a card and just slip it in and close it and seal it. And you're going to put your name on it, dear Nancy, dear Barbara, dear Steve, dear Grant, dear Daniel. And you're going to slip it in right where you keep your holiday things. If you have candles or something, I'm not saying Christmas things, because if you were Jewish, you wouldn't be putting it in with your Christmas things, right? But you are putting it in whatever your holiday items are. Candles, wreaths, things like that for you to find next year. And so next year, when December comes and you're taking those things out, you'll find this. And you'll open it up, and it will be the first gift of Christmas. You'll go, oh, wow! Wow, I did that a couple of years ago. Last year a few, but a couple of years ago I had just written furiously. I hadn't done a burning bowl in a while. I want to do this. And I opened it up and I got chills because I'd written like 20 things. And like 17 of them had happened or were on their way. And it excited and frightened me all at once because I saw the power of the written word and the heart opened to what is new and what is possible. With God, all things are possible. That's the truth of this. So the beauty is that if you're at home and finished, you can seal it up. Or if this idea is catching at the end of this service, you can write some more and stick it in with your holiday things, Thanksgiving things, or your sacred place where you keep hidden treasures. Got it? All right. Nothing is so strong as an idea whose time has come. So, in this process, you have written down what you're going to go forth and be to rekindle your spirit, to polish up your gifts, and to explore today's horizon. In our releasing and claiming practices, we have opened wide the windows of heaven, taken a deep breath, and we're diving in. And that's the truth. And so it is. Amen and amen.
Let's prepare for meditation with a little song. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Wanna sing with me? Get ready, my soul. I'm diving into the deepest kind of love, to the deepest kind of love, the sweetest kind of life, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
today, for Daniel, and for co-creating with you, God, our evolving divine plan of spirit. We are ready to dive in to the deepest love we've known, to that sweet kind of life. We have made written wishes to bring forth our highest self, our most committed soul. We are here and we are ready. As always, we ask for your blessing, your guidance, and your love. So take a breath with me right now, deep breath. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. As we really take on this idea of a deep love and a sweet life, knowing that as we dive in, we are partnered with God, our truest self. And we know as we evolve, so does our ministry, Unity of Pasadena. And we are shown what is ours to be here as a beacon of light and truth. As we continue our weevolution, we step into our future in partnership with you, God, bringing forth our best, diving into what is not known and yet trusting the everlasting arms and the deepest kind of love. In partnership with you today, right now. And so it is. Amen and amen.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hope against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. And I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, Yes, I will once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I know it's gonna be everything new. So get ready, my soul.
Thank you, Daniel. So are you ready for the next things to do? We have a number of them coming up here in January at Unity of Pasadena. The first one is a change in start date. And that would be for Reverend David's re-offering of the class on the art and practice of living with nothing and no one against you. This start date has been changed to Saturday the 16th. And the class is a blend of unity principles and cutting-edge brain science, and is composed of 3 class lectures and then 3 weeks of individual practice with weekly debriefs when we come back together in the Zoom format that this class is going to be held in. And everyone is encouraged to take this class, especially if you didn't take it during the first offering, because it forms the basic understanding and approach to both our personal and church histories, and creating a collective behavior of resilience and thriving. This class also lays the groundwork for the church genogram exercise that will further the transition of this ministry into its search for a new minister. So please register in the next week so that Reverend David will have enough time to send you the required workbook. And Reverend David's contact information is revdavid, REVDAVID, .uop@gmail.com. Then the second class coming in January, starting a week from today, January 10th, is the Adventures and Practice of Thriving. And it will also be a Zoom format, and it will happen on each Sunday from 12:30 to 2 p.m. And this is a sharing class of the practical application of prosperity principles from Eric Butterworth and his book, Spiritual Economics, which is available on smileamazon.com. And there's no charge for the class, but you are requested to register because there's a workbook that also goes along with it. And there are reading exercises to do prior to the Zoom classes. So again, please register next week so there'll be enough time for the reading and exploring the workbook lessons. And it's the same contact information, revdavid@uop@gmail.com. Okay, and today I said I'd speak a bit about the new Sacred Service opportunity, the position that Andrea was doing today at home, being the host for both our Facebook and YouTube services. We've already received our little summary from her already today. No major issues today. Little reverb, but that got taken care of quite quickly. So if you are watching us on Sunday live at 10:30, or if you even could consider, doing live versus just watching it later on. So as long as you've got the equipment, you've got either your computer, your laptop, your tablet, or your phone, and you can receive the live stream. The only thing that is required to do this job, and it would be a rotating basis, rotating Sundays, depending on how many people sign up, just be online by 10:25 when we go live, and then when at 10:30, open the chat, welcome people who are there, and notify the audiovisual team of any issues immediately by text, and we'll provide the number for that, and continue monitoring the streaming throughout the service, and send us a text summary at the end. Then that's it. But it's a very vital sacred service position, because there are so many things that go on here, that need focus by the individuals, especially those on the tech team. So it will be a vital service, and we hope you'll give it consideration. And one more announcement. Did you enjoy David Nemod today? Yes, we did. Okay, now there's some more opportunities to hear him. Daniel is offering a weekly musical Monday night concert on Facebook at 7 p.m. And his Facebook page is Daniel Nemod USA, all one word. And there you can, on his Facebook page, you can also find information about dozens of free concerts, workshops, musical meditations, interviews, special events, and more. So he's there on Facebook with many things to offer us. And as we close, and he will do the prayer, the peace song with us, but first let us say our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, I am, and all is well. Daniel, the peace song. Thank you.
You all have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful new year. And take good care. Here we go. Let there be peace on earth, and let begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it be